Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn Miles, the Associate Athletic Director for Student Athlete Services and Coordinator of Physical Education. I came to Williams in the fall of 2012 and am currently in my 9th year of this role. I work predominantly with our student athletes and also with the general population in regards to fulfilling their physical education requirement. Williams College students have to fulfill 4 physical education credits in order to graduate. In addition, students have to complete the swim test or take a beginner swim class to fulfill their degree requirement. The swim test, typically administered during first days, is 25 yards of front crawl, followed by 25 yards of backstroke. My office is located on the corner of Spring and Main Street, right off of LaSalle basketball court. Many people don't know that this is the former office of basketball coach Al Shaw, who would leave these windows open during a game versus Amherst or the Ivy League so that students could crawl through and watch the game from up above. Physical education requirement is a great way for students to explore their fitness options and perhaps develop a lifelong love of wellness. Typically, we offer between 30 and 40 classes each quarter, including winter study. This year, due to COVID restrictions, we've had to modify some of our offerings, with all of our classes being offered outside during the first quarter. This winter study, even though we didn't have a traditional study period, we did offer plenty of classes for those who had to stay on campus, including alpine skiing at local Jiminy Resort, some swim for fitness classes, and a new class called kettlebells. One of the biggest changes in the physical education curriculum this year was the offering of plenty of remote classes for students who were unable to attend college in person this year due to COVID. Faculty have developed a variety of different classes, including sports through a coaching lens taught by Coach Herman, to a class by Coach App called Go to Sleep, which will teach students the value of sleep for their physical, mental, and social well-being. In my role as the Associate Athletic Director for Student Athlete Services, I have the pleasure of working with our EAF Leadership Academy. This Leadership Academy encompasses all of the programming we do for our student leaders, including captain's training, sophomore emerging leaders, SAC, and the GCBC chapter of SAC. Emerging Leaders is a program developed 6 years ago for our sophomore student athletes. This program allows our sophomores to explore concepts of leadership, namely focusing on who they are as an individual and how to be their authentic selves as they develop as leaders on our campus. At Williams, each student who is elected captain on his or her team will take part in a 3-day captain's training program during the fall. This 3-day program provides our captains with a series of workshops, giving them the tools they need to succeed as a captain of their team. Some of these trainings that we provide to captains include partnering with our colleagues at Integrative Wellbeing Service to talk about mental health for both them and the athletes that they support, as well as partnering with our colleagues at Sexual Assault Prevention and Response to talk about safe party practices on campuses. SAC, or the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, is a group of students nominated by their coaches to represent their team on this larger student athlete body. In addition, last year's outgoing executive board will select this year's new executive board. The executive board is comprised of 10 to 12 members that serve in a senior leadership position on SAC. SAC does a variety of projects throughout the year. One of our biggest projects this fall was a virtual turkey trot that raised money for the Massachusetts chapter of Special Olympics, our Division III partner. In addition, we typically raise funds to provide Christmas presents to the children of Hillcrest. GCBC, or the Gaius C. Bolin chapter of SAC, is our newest addition to the EAF's Leadership Academy. GCBC was founded a couple of years ago by former student athletes Vince Brookins of men's basketball and Jalen Mooney of football. They are now supported by Tommy Verdell. Gabby Martin is our current GCBC president and also is serving as our SAC co-president along with Rachel Newgard. Gabby Martin is a two-sport athlete here at Williams on the women's basketball and women's golf team, and was instrumental in our Claiming Williams event tomorrow that is bringing back Tanasia Lee, a former standout track athlete who is also trying out for the Puerto Rican Olympic team. We're excited to bring Tanasia back into our community and talk what it was like from her perspective to be a student athlete of color here at Williams. My job at Williams is very rewarding. Each year brings with it the opportunity to try something new. The best part of my job is the ability to interact with numerous students here on campus. My favorite part is the fact that I get to watch them grow as individuals during their time at college. I feel fortunate to work with a staff like we have here in the Athletics and Physical Education Department at Williams College. I have a tremendous amount of support for the programming that we try to do and feel like I work with experts in the field of physical education and athletics. It is rewarding when a coach, a student, or an athlete comes to me and tells me how much their opportunity to engage in a program or work with a professor in a physical education class has changed their life.